We can't deny that we're going into some pretty dark times with COVID-19, but I want to talk about exactly how we can each use this as probably the most powerful and positive springboard into coming out the other side even better off than when we went in. If you get your mind right, if you know how to move through this, then we can all use this as a positive. And think of this, think of the biggest challenge that you've had in your life, that you've come through, that you've come out of the other side. Everything that you're proud of in yourself, everything that you value, right? All of your best traits, whether it's tenacity, persistence, perseverance, maybe it's courage, bravery, maybe it's empathy, compassion, leadership, honor, whatever it is that you're proud of in yourself, you can guarantee without a doubt that came from a challenging time. It's the challenges that shape us. And the harder the challenge, the more we're going to be better off out the other side because of it. And when we're going into a difficult time, if we want to turn it round and use it as a positive, use it as a springboard, the first and most important step is that we have to accept it for what it is. Don't resist it. Don't fight it. Don't deny it. Don't deny reality. This is the backbone of things like Buddhism and Taoism. This is it's the first step of the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's the backbone of most personal development programs like Landmark, for example. You have to be in the moment right now. You have to accept what's so. Because if you don't accept what's happening, you're not in a place of power. Because we've got to keep justifying or rationalizing or ignoring or locking ourselves off to what's happening around us, basically sticking our fingers in our ears, covering our eyes and screaming, right? You don't want to do that. If you're doing that, then you're staying shut off to what's coming at us from the world. And we've got to stay shut off just to keep our beliefs and our egos safe in this whole illusion bubble that we've created that fit in line with our beliefs. It's like if you lock yourself into a stance or a belief such as, this isn't that serious, then you've just severely limited who you can be in the moment, because you have to act in line with that, not in line with actual reality. We've got to protect our stance that this isn't serious. So we continue to ignore and justify and rationalize and, not act in line with the reality of what is happening. By the way, for the record, the same applies to the opposite belief set of, the world's going to end, this is it. Because if we're seeing it purely in that way, this would restrict us from seeing what's actually so about the reality of the situation. The reality is, at the moment, we are in a tough time. The reality is projections are dire. People are dying. But just like everything else, this too shall pass. But we have to accept what's happening. We have to accept what's here. And from that space of acceptance and openness, now we can go into the positive upside. And that is that after accepting where you are right now, you look at where do you want to get to? What do you want to create in the world? When we can't admit what's even happening, you can't start going to where you want to get to. It's like, imagine a sat-nav trying to get you to Edinburgh. Now imagine it can't even accept that you're in London right now, and instead it keeps insisting you're in Portugal. It's not going to get you to anywhere, is it? If the sat-nav is in denial about where it actually is and where it's starting from, it's going to be incapable of giving or following any directions to get you anywhere. But the moment it actually accepts where it is the moment it gets back its power of being able to start guiding you and getting you to where you want to get to. So the message in this video is very simply to, number one, accept where we are. Embrace it. Be open to it. Don't resist it. Don't deny it. Don't cover your eyes and stick your fingers in the air, in your ears and be like, this isn't happening, this isn't happening. That's not going to help you create anything. You're just a victim in your own head, right? You've got to be open and look at what's happening and look at the reality, and people are dying. Don't get me wrong, this is a really challenging time that we're going into, but if we can't accept it, we can't then go on to step number 2, which is to start building the positives. Start looking at the opportunities, start looking at how we can turn this into a huge advantage and help a ton of people. When we go into challenging times, what opens up is a load of ways that you can provide value and help people. And I'll cover that in more detail in the next video. But in the meantime, if you're resonating with this, if you're getting this, if you're like, right, okay, I get that I need to accept it, and I get that from there I can start creating my future, creating my positives, setting goals, getting clear about my vision of the future. If you're getting that, then I want to share what I use to help with that with you as well. And that is my goal setting and visionary spreadsheet. It's yours, you can have it for free, right? So in this video, it's either up there, down there, or in the description down below. You'll be able to access it. There's no opt-in. It's free, it's yours. Just follow the instructions to make a copy, get it into your own Google Drive, and I hope it helps you. I hope it helps you get clear and get positive about how you can use this as a way to move forwards. All right, so keep your chin up. We'll get through this. And remember, like everything else, this too shall pass. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you soon.